Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome to episode 1 of our new Friday evening campaign. It is Out of the Abyss Hardcore. That's right, we are deciding to descend into the Underdark with all of the madness that ensues. Oh my god. Somebody be pressing play on the music. Who did that? Who pressed play? Own up. It was one of yous. It was one of yous. Just get blasted by some random advert on Watch Together, like, mid-intro. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. But yeah, there we go, guys. Right. I think we've decided who's going to die first.
Yeah,
we decided as a group who's going to die first before you even.
It was Sis. So
well
yeah,
done, Sis. Good job. Hello, Mr. Worst in the chat. Right. Quick, tiny bit of housekeeping as well. There will be characters or avatars showing up for us on the old stream. However, Streamlabs is doing that funny thing it did in the other campaign where they're not showing up, and they won't show up for like 10-15 minutes. So they'll be there at some point, and you can marvel at how cool all the characters are. And we will, in fact, jump straight into character introductions, because I know you've all created some fully in-depth, riveting, and detailed backstories for your characters that are potentially going to die almost immediately in the Underdark, right?
In this hardcore campaign, definitely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I wrote a mini book for my guy, basically.
Yep. 3-part series.
Yep.
Out on Amazon.
Hey, gee, how's it going? It's a long
the
time.
The most backstory I have is the bond I took.
I put 2 paragraphs in. That's it. I was like, that's enough.
Whilst we're waiting for those to pop up, why don't we go and do a little round robin of who's who, or at least who you're playing, and you can give everyone a visual so that they can use the good old theatre of the mind before your avatars show up and destroy all of everyone's mental images. And Harlow, your name is first on my list, so
I am playing Harlow, a female variant human with really short dark brown hair, really dark blue eyes. She's pretty tall, about 5'9", well, for a female anyway. And she's pretty scarred up in the face. And she's a polite person. And she's pretty self-sacrificing as well.
okay.
That's
Kind of stubborn, will not admit she was wrong.
it's an amazing trait to have here. A lie. Self-sacrificing in the end.
Yeah. It's a bit of an alien concept to some, or most of the people who live down here.
I'm not trying to die, no way.
I'm hopefully going to pronounce this correctly. Is it Helia?
Yeah,
Hell
Helia.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah. That's it.
Salia Silverstone is a mountain dwarf. She's about 4'5", with piercing blue eyes, but she loves her music and storytelling, and she decided to venture out and see the world. And her greatest flaw is she does have a thirst for finding rare and priceless treasures, which normally lead her into pretty terrible situations. So,
All right. Next up is Oars. Oars, yeah.
Boars, yep. Because his favorite food is boar, so it's easy to remember.
All right.
Boar. He's a half orc, paladin, tall, 6'2". Dump stat charisma paladin, so this will be fun. He was a lumberjack on the top. obviously got captured down here. In case y'all didn't know about Divine Sense, you don't get a minimum 1, so I don't actually get any of those. But yeah, his flaw is basically if he thinks it's going to make him stronger, he's got to have it. So that should be fun.
His flaw is charisma.
His flaw is charisma. Yes, indeed. His intelligence is low, but not as low as his charisma.
Hey.
Did we mention that we rolled our stats?
No, I was waiting till I was gonna
Okay.
get to that next. Okay, but last the tokens literally just popped up for everyone, so happy days. Valis? I'm pronouncing that.
Valis. I hope it's pronounced Valis because that's how I've been pronouncing it.
That's how I'll say it. Yep.
Valis Stalweir of Waterdeep. He is a noble of some repute, the spare child of 4, the heir and a spare of a spare of a spare. He is a handsome devil, jet black hair, refined features, almost too perfect. He's got piercing eyes, which always depict a divine nature behind him. He's probably going to die first because he has a D6 for HP.
You have a decent con though, right? Like,
Yeah, I got a plus
if I remember.
3. That's the
Yeah.
only thing. At minimum, I get 4 level.
I'm waiting for him to roll, if he lives, a 1 on his next HP roll.
He's not got the lowest HP.
I know. I was kind of shocked at that. How does he have more HP than the mountain?
Because I got no con.
Yeah, because she's got a shitty con. So the reason everyone's stats, for those of you wondering, the reason why they're so bad in some cases is because unlike our Sunday campaign where we're doing a very similar thing, we had everyone roll stats. Essentially, you get to pick 2 different stats, or 2 different sets of stats, and some people rolled real bad in this game, like real bad. For example, the paladin's got a 7 in charisma, is I think the worst one out of everyone.
But
So
even then, I rolled my own stats. Mystic rolled, but she had to drop out. So I ended up taking Mystic stats because my stats were so shit that I had to take someone else's. So I was like, great.
Mostly under
he had
10.
he had no positive stats.
Siz's stats are actually decent, by the way. Like,
Mine's overall good.
Yeah.
I have at least +1.
he's at least above average in everything. And so if you've got like -1, -2 is brilliant. Is brilliant. So on that note,
That's why I keep saying I'm going to die first because I have decent stats.
yeah,
That
you got a
way.
decent con at least. So just to, excuse me, by the way, I have an annoying cough that every now and then it will just tickle my throat and I have to get it out of the way. So how is this hardcore? Well, there's a few things. First of all, we are using only the races and classes from the core books. The core books. No expanded stuff. Except for subclasses, you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as there is no food or water creation involved. There's a few spells that are off limits because we use it on the Sunday game, so we're going to just use it here. Mainly...
Create food and water.
Yeah, like create food and water. Silvery Barbs, Tasha's Mind Whip, anything that creates food from or water from nothing, and Mind Sliver. Sorry, I read that. I noticed the L was in the first bit, and then still said it wrong. Today's gonna go great. Mainly like Tasha's fuckery spells. Other annoying ones.
Just under Tasha's fuckery. That's just the whole book.
Yeah, they should just rename the book. Yep. So yeah, there is some very minimal encumbrance rules, like no carrying a crazy tall bear statue, ridiculous number of miles. Your death saves reset at long rest, which I think was the case anyway.
Maybe I don't.
I think
know.
so. when you roll for HP, there's no apart from the first level where you always take max. For subsequent levels, roll your HP. Whatever you get is what you get. No, you take the average if you roll lower than the average. You need to eat and drink at the end of a long rest, so you will need to keep track of your food, rations, etc. Otherwise, we're going to have to start encountering some exhaustion-related shenanigans. Baldur's Gate 3 rest rules, i.e. you get 2 short rests per long rest, and that's that. We are not using the shift feature, which, if you're not familiar with it, shifting is where you sacrifice all your movement to move 5 feet, i.e. into an adjacent square, without provoking. So no more shift shenanigans for those range types to avoid close proximity disadvantage. And Discord's doing its thing. Yay! You can only help with a skill check if you are also proficient in that skill. So if you want to help someone investigate, you can do so if you are proficient in investigation. So if you're both proficient, so you both have to be able to do it. And that's, I think, pretty much it. We're also not using the health potion rule, where you can't, which we were using before, which was essentially you can drink a potion on a bonus action and roll the health, but if you use a full action to drink it, you get the maximum healing back. Nope, you just have to use an action and roll it.
Yep. So the one thing we did add mid-campaign to Strahd was if someone's down, they're automatically hit. You roll still to see if it's crit, but it's up to you if you want to add that one or not. But
yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with that. So yeah, if you're down, you will automatically be hit by any attack, but we will roll the attack to see if you are crit, because if you are crit when you are down, that's 2 fails, rather than just the 1 automatic fail.
For a second,
Are you wanting us
like,
to,
as soon as you go down, you hit the head and you just get hit.
Yeah, when you fall, when you go down, you're automatically on 1 fail. No, it's not quite that bad. Almost.
Are you wanting us to whisper our death saves to you?
I roll. Or when I'm the DM, I just roll them all.
I don't mind. I don't mind you guys rolling your death saves. I'm not as bothered that way, and I don't care about them being private or not, personally.
D20 is a D20, it's a D20.
Like,
we can't
at the end of the day,
change it anyway.
Yeah.
There's only 4 of us anyway.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's really...
Yeah.
There's a lot of different priorities, but there's only 4 players, so...
Yeah.
Right, let's see what this... Cool.
I'm making it so like, oh no, they've gone down. I guess they're not dying. Let's just ignore them, sort of.
Right. What I will say is, it has been a while since I've ran this, but there is a lot going on at the start, so you're gonna have to bear with me if I need to reference things and double check. But
it's fine. I've never run this. I don't know any better.
Cool. And you know me anyway. Like the one thing I will say is, in previous campaigns, if you go down, usually I'll just be like, cool, you're down. I don't need to worry about you in the fight. If you're down, I'm gonna hit you in this, because they would basically hit you till you're dead. So that's it. We will we'll provide you with the introduction, and we will go through essentially the timeline of events leading up to the start, and we'll take it from there. So, captured by the Drow. You would not wish this fate upon anyone, yet here you are, locked in a dark cave. The cold, heavy weight of metal tight around your throat and wrists. But you are not alone. there are other prisoners trapped in here with you, in what you can only assume is an outpost deep underground, far from the light of the sun. Your captors include a cruel drow priestess who calls herself Mistress Ilvara of House Mizrim. Over the past several days, with the exception of Sis, who's only been here for a day, that was in air quotes, so just so we're clear. For the past several days, you have met her several times. She is robed in fine silken garments and flanked by 2 male drow, one of whom has a mass of scars along one side of his face and neck. Mistress Ilvara likes to impress her will with scourge in hand and remind you that your life now belongs to her. Accept your fate, learn to obey, and you yet may survive, are her favourite words to you. Her words echo in your memory, even as you and your fellow captors begin to plot your escape. So, with that being said, let me tell you the timeline again, which you guys are already aware, but those of you watching are not aware. So, 9 days ago is where your collective group of recollection begins, as Helia finds herself waking up in a cell, this dark, dank, musty place. She is alone in this cell, shackled, all of her clothing removed down to bare essentials. Essentially, no armor, simple clothes. The very next day, you are joined by 2 individuals. A large, hairy, werewolf-like creature, and a very odd, short and stout, essentially, fish person. You may or may not be familiar with Kuatoa, but there he is, all the same. The giant beast creature, you will later learn, is called a Quaggoth. The next day, Harlow, human female, is thrust into your cell. Those of you who are already there will see that basically those who join you in the cell are thrown in unconscious, and they wake up there. None of them recall exactly how they got here, but each of you find yourselves in the exact same situation, shackled, removed of your clothing, items, armor, weapons, tools, supplies, etc. So yes, a human fighter, Harlow, and a half-orc, Bors, are thrust into the cell. The very next day, 2 very small, deep gnome siblings, twins, are thrust into your cell. It's getting very crowded now. There's quite a few of you in here, and it is not the biggest of cells. When I go to the map screen, you will see that it is cozy. Along with a Dero, which is essentially somewhere between a halfling and a dwarf, but of the Underdark persuasion. The next day, you get no new cellmate. The following day, 2 new inhabitants are thrust into the cell. One, a drow, which seems odd given that the drow run the place, but also another half-orc. Nothing the next day. Following day, a further deep gnome male, and some kind of small animated mushroom. When I say small, this thing is literally tiny. So they're added in. And then yesterday, the last of your number that you are aware of is thrust into the cell. It is Valis. Don't know it yet, but he is... those dub stats, yo. Right, let me move you over to your cells, and you will see exactly what I mean.
That is,
It's very, very dark.
Oh, I can see.
Oh, you know,
It's in the top corner.
I did ping it for you. Can you all see?
Yes, we can see.
You can all see.
I
can see
can.
it, yeah.
You know what I didn't do? Because I'm an idiot. Give me just a second, guys, while I give myself vision.
Oh, right. You need vision.
Oh, you
on
don't have
purpose.
vision.
I mean, I can see them, but the rejoiners
It's-
player can't see.
Yeah.
It's hardcore for himself.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone. Unless you've got dark vision and you're watching, you're not going to see anything.
Yeah, I totally walked by that guy. He doesn't see me at all. Not that you can tell.
There we go. You guys should all be
Oh,
able to
geez,
see.
we are crammed in here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've moved everyone to the edge, so just give me just a moment. Whilst I give myself vision on everyone's token.
You can tell which one are the protagonists because we've got that anime hair and that
Mhm.
lovely smile.
Okay, so essentially, when you awaken in the cell, you will have a funny, like there's a numbness to your limbs, to your overall body. You will awaken sluggish. Each of you will kind of have to sort of shake this off, and it will take you a few minutes to get going, with the exception of Elia, who has poison resistance as a dwarf. You will be able to shrug off the effects and not be as badly affected, but you will still have been poisoned, essentially, and then chained, and then thrown in here. Cool. We've sorted out the vision, guys. Good job. We're there. First session. Woes. Woo.
Proud of you.
Mhm.
So, you guys will have some time to, obviously those of you who have been here longer will have had more time with those of you that have also been here longer, obviously, and will have had an opportunity to interact with each other and the NPCs that you share a cell with. Now, you excuse me, you will have been essentially broken up into work groups. Small groups, 2 or 3 people at a time. You will have been sent to do menial tasks, either go and clean up the outpost, or you will have been moving water barrels around. There is a lift that you will have potentially especially Elia, you've probably done all of these things, so obviously those of you who are newer may have only experienced a couple of these, but collectively you will have been filling and hauling water barrels, operating a lift, cleaning any and all parts of the outpost, whether they needed it or not, emptying of chamber pots, food preparation and service, cleaning afterwards, washing dishes, laundry, and anything else that you are tasked to do. You have also been given, on occasion, when the elves that are your new masters get bored, you will sometimes be given such fun and interesting tasks as moving and stacking rocks into artistic pieces that simply then get knocked over after several hours of work, coiling and uncoiling the same length of rope for hours on end, organizing supplies, and finding that if it's not been done to your master's satisfactions, as arbitrary as they may be, having to redo them. You will come to find that despite your differences in this cell, there is a certain sense of camaraderie amongst you. Some of you may be natural enemies outside of the prison cells, but whilst you're in here, you are all in the same situation. Therefore, you are all allies of convenience, I think is the easiest way of dealing with that.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Mm-hmm. So, let us let's go through a few of the characters. You will have spent some time here. You have all acquired items. None of you are aware of what your other items are that you have stashed upon your person or in your cell or elsewhere that you have, but you have managed, all of you, to scavenge something in your time here, however brief or long compared to the others. Some of your cell companions have stashed things as well. Some of them are slightly difficult to hide. For example, the other half-orc, who you will find out is called Ront, he has acquired himself a spider that he's keeping as a pet. It is about the size of his hand, about a tarantula size, and he is keeping that hidden from the guards. You don't know if he's keeping it as a snack or as a companion, but he has that. Other than that, it is, everyone else is pretty much well hidden theirs.
You know, I'm genuinely surprised that there isn't just like spiders of that size. It's just simply just everywhere.
So, actually, that's a very good point. On one of your tasks, when you have been outside of your cell, not necessarily you specifically, but overall, will have been to essentially feed the spiders. And when I say that, your prison, which you will come to know is, I'm just getting the official spelling of it. The location, the outpost that you are held prisoner in, it's called Velkenvelv. Because, why not? I'll put it in the chat for notes wise. Okay, or I'll paste stuff in there. Go on. Velv? No, that's not it. Velv. There you go. There's a good drow name.
I was one letter off.
The Y, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I just fucked up. I was like, wait a minute, that's not quite right. So, Velkenvelv itself is it is essentially situated at the top of a cavern. You can't see how deep the cavern is, because your furthest dark vision is 60 feet, I believe. So, it's more than that. And parts of the outpost are essentially tunneled into the wall, the side of the chasm, and parts of it are on these four large stalactites that essentially have been hollowed out. I had to remember which one. Might is up, tight's down.
Every time
have
every
to
time you
pause.
say it, I'm like, which one does that? Which
Yep.
one is that?
Yeah. I have to pause and like do it in my head. It's like, yeah, so yeah, these are connected through either walkways that are edged into the very cavern walls, or through essentially rope bridges made from, well, spider silk. And then there are webs that connect them below. And that's where all the giant spiders live. You've seen some of them. Their eyes glinting in the poorly lit environment below. Well, I say you've seen them. Those of you with dark vision will probably have seen them.
I have seen them.
The beady little eyes glinting at you from the depths.
I've likely plotted tossing someone off a bridge down to one.
So. God damn.
I love spiders. My favorite.
You are very jealous of Ron and his pet tarantula.
I wish I had that spider.
Watch Sis like make it to the end and be like, the drow, maybe,
You know what? Maybe love's my thing. Like, can you convert? Like, so, you will at least know the names of everyone. And I'll go through them very quickly. Buppido is a Dero. Buppido. Buppido. Derendil is the Quaggoth. Would you like me to just give you the list in the chat when I'm done going through?
Yeah.
Okay. Interestingly, he can speak not only Undercommon, but also Elven. And for anyone who speaks to him in Elven, he will confirm that he is cursed. He is, in fact, a prince of the Elvish lands. And he is trapped within the body of this beast. The dwarf will introduce herself to you at some point as Eldith Feldrun. She is a shield maiden from Gontalgrim, which, as everyone knows, is the dwarven city that was lost and reclaimed. Excuse me. Oh, that one got me. Gontalgrim was lost and retaken by the dwarves, and they are very proud of that. One of the deep gnomes, males, is called Jimjar, and he has a bit of a penchant for gambling. Keen to make bets with you on, when you're working. Oh, I bet you can't move those rocks, or I bet I can stack these faster than you. I bet I can not get told off as much as you. Everything is a bet. He seems quite jovial, fun. Ron is the half-orc with the spider. He seems very aggressive, confrontational. The drow will introduce himself as Sarith, and that is about all you will get from him. He will look down his nose at each and every one of you without a hesitation. The fish bloke, or the Kuatoa, will tell you that he is Shusha. Shusha the Awakened, in fact. And he is something of a mystic, a hermit. He is well-travelled. He is a grand navigator of something called the Dark Lake. He's also a pacifist. I need you all to roll me a d20, please. Or you can roll me a charisma roll if you wish to instead.
Is this
Like
in relation
straight
to the
charisma?
Kuatoa?
Not to the Kuatoa, nope.
I almost nat
Wow.
20 there. If I'd have got that 18.
Damn.
That would've been
Valis,
a 1.
the tiny sproutling creature, will seemingly take a shine to you out of everyone. And you are new, but the first night you are there, this creature will kind of cozy up to you. For everyone else, who has been here for the whole time that he has been here,
I know exactly what this creature is. It like in character because of one of my bonds.
okay, so you know it's a myconid, sproutling.
I know it's a myconid. Yeah.
And for everyone else, this myconid sproutling is very, very small. It has spent its entire time where it's not being forced to work, essentially shivering in a corner. If it can find, yeah, there are corners. Basically, is as far away from everyone else as possible, and it has just been shivering or shaking to itself. However, it has taken a liking to Valis, and you find out that he is called Stool.
Must protect the child.
So cute.
I remember this from your campaign earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
will kill
last,
everyone in this room. Stool.
the
For that
last
mushroom.
two of your fellow inmates are called Topsy and Turvy. They
No,
are
kill those guys.
they are both deep gnomes, and they are indeed twins, brother and sister. I need to double check which one's which. So, Topsy is the female. She's quite approachable. Turvy, however, will get somewhat aggressive to anyone who approaches him. He's very defensive of himself, his possessions, and his sister, and he spends his days kind of muttering to himself. Now then. Okay, can you all roll me a d6, please?
Woo, look at that one.
Oh, we didn't get any double ups. Helia, you've been here for quite a while. I will let I'll let you roll again. Helia.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you pick a number that's left. So what? 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. So 4 and 5 you can also have. So, Helia, you have managed to ascertain, which makes sense because you've been here the longest, on your various outings of menial slave labor, that there are 19 drow at the outpost. You have picked up on the names of some of them. There is Mistress Elvira, and you know that her two companions are Shaw, Shoor. He's the younger, handsome elf, and Jorlan. He's the older, disfigured elf. You actually will also notice that his scarring extends down the entire side of his body. His arm is also scarred, and he appears to be missing 2 fingers from said arm, and which is part of the arm. In addition, you know that there is another priestess here, in addition to Ilvara, and you know that her name is Asha. There's also a dozen Quaggoth and a number of giant spiders. Oars, you are aware that 3 of the drow guards, they watch your pen, the slave pen, from a guard tower that hangs across the rope bridge, visible through the locked gate. So at all times, your cell is being watched by 3 guards. Harlow's next. You have overheard the guards talking, and that there is some sort of anti-magic field or effect over the cell block. Valis, you have been told with glee, gloating, that you and your companions, now that you have met the specified quota,
We get fed.
will be well, I can tell you about that in a minute.
That's
It is only a matter of days now before you and your companions are marched to Menzo Baranzan. Hopefully I said that right. Menzo Baranzan. Yep, Menzo Baranzan. Where you will be sold, used for sport, or if you're lucky, die on the way. And lastly, what number did you pick, my love? 4 or 5? So Jorlan, the drow warrior that accompanies Ilvara, suffered disfiguring injuries very recently. Prior to that, he was favoured of Mistress Ilvara. But that position is now taken by Shaw. And when it comes to food, you guys get fed once a day, and it is a thin, miserly mushroom gruel. Not all that
At least
pleasant.
it's food.
It is food. If you have any questions or anything whilst I'm getting this list of names for you, then fire away.
Is there any reeds in here?
No.
It's just basically dirt and cotton webs in here, right? That's it. And a pot to piss
You
in.
have
We have to share, I guess.
You have a chamber pot. You have your clay bowl. You have whatever items you have scavenged, and you are each manacled. Around the neck to your wrists, and there is a chain that runs to them. So you are restrained, but you have some movement, and obviously you can move your
I
legs.
can do a little jig.
if you want to. Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. There's those.
Jim Jar.
Jim Jar.
We don't know if these deep gnomes are were rats, do we?
Sorry, no. Ignore that.
Ignore what?
Exactly.
Sorry, what are we ignoring? We don't know Sarif. Anything about Sarif.
No. So the
He's
thing.
the only drow that's in here in the drow. That's weird.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You have to be well, very hated to be enslaved by your own people.
Here are
You'd think.
here are the bits that you know. Now, before we get going, how many of you can speak Undercommon?
Shortless.
2 of you? Cool. You will not be able to speak to most of the people here until such times as Stool befriends. I'll get used to everyone's name. Valis. When he does, there will be a small poof of spores puffed into the air.
So I would like to know, when you see the small poof of spores, Valis is visibly excited when it happens. So he knows what it is.
When this happens, you will all find that you can speak to each other without using your mouths. And it doesn't matter if you share a language or not.
It's amazing. Can't believe it's happening again so soon.
I almost took that one. This is
Um,
weird.
They are called, because you're familiar with it, you will know that this is something called rapport spores.
Stool, you're like the cutest thing in here.
You randomly just hearing singing because Helia's just singing to herself in her head. So
What the hell? That's all I get.
My character's just looking around confused. Hold.
Runt will also be looking around confused.
He's gonna talk out loud just to comment.
Okay.
You hear that? I guess think it too, because so.
Yeah. So you will get okay, yeah. You'll get a reply. You haven't heard him speak, but you'll get a reply. We can be friends, all of us now. Everyone will hear that.
He's picking up Stool in his chain monocle hands. It's like, of course we can.
He has got the tiniest shackles. He is small.
Protect the small.
protect the mini.
Baby.
This could be useful.
Hey, you'll hear another voice. Oh my god. I hope that didn't come through. That was brutal. You'll hear another voice. This is gonna kill me doing all of these. Seething. You can feel it seething with barely contained indifference. Will you all just be quiet and leave me to my fate?
Well, someone's a grump.
No mouths are moving, right? So I don't actually know who's saying what. Okay, great. Yep.
Does that sound like a pouty dark?
Oh, that sounded very drow-like. Yeah.
Dark
I feel
drow.
like Helia might be singing "This is a song that never ends."
This is a song that never ends.
Shame on you. Shame on your cow.
He will say. He will continue to say, "It was bad enough when I didn't understand you, and now I know what you're thinking. It is worse."
Oh, you love us.
All I'm thinking is how useful this could be to get out of here. To not have to speak out loud.
Well, given that we're currently in manacles and shackles at the moment, I don't see a way out at this point. But look at this guy. He's
so cute.
Isn't he cute?
No. I have there's so much stuff.
I remember my DM being like, I can't wait to kill some of these characters off so I don't have to do these
Yep.
voices anymore.
There you go. That is what Stool looks like.
Oh,
It's just
he looks
a little dude.
True.
He is literally just a little dude. Who else have we got here? So, Fish Bloke, Shusha. You'll obviously all be able to see these going forwards.
He's not gonna lie, but that picture looks like he's like constipated.
He's enlightened.
He
He's
is
enlightened, and he
doesn't
doesn't
enlightened,
like
yeah.
anything.
Very little difference.
Sareth, the Drow.
He's so lumpy.
You sure this guy didn't escape from Curse of Strahd? Like,
For real.
The other half orc, Ront. Yeah, chonky boy.
he doesn't have a neck.
You don't need one.
Don't need necks when you're all muscle.
No, he's just a brick.
Jimjar. I mean, you can see this on their tokens, right? But for everyone else's benefit, those that you will
He
have
looks like
seen.
he'd sell his mother for another shot at gambling or something.
Mistress Ilvara.
Mm-hmm. I remember that fucking tentacle route.
Tentacle
thing.
staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a badass bee.
Eldeth.
I think I had a character that had that staff one time.
I used it on Jackal.
Eldith looks like she's done with your shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is your sentient Quaggoth Derendil. Very much Beauty and the Beast vibes. This is your Darrow companion, Bupido. Who else have we got?
Yeah, this dude's getting yeeted off a cliff. Look at him.
The twins. So the female deep gnome. Oh, excuse me. That's Topsy and Turvy. And Shaw and God, remember his name. Jorlan don't have handouts. They are insert generic drow male NPC 5.
That guy. Times 2.
So just walking clones.
Clones.
To Sarah.
Essentially, yeah.
So
Okay.
all drow look the same apparently.
You know what that means, right? That means that they're cannon fodder, so have to get rid of them.
Oh, Asher doesn't have one either, so he just looks like generic female drow. Right, let me just minimize all of these so I don't have 15 pages to scroll through again. So, essentially, you guys are aware that you have maybe a couple of days before you are to be... Well, I say you guys. Collectively, you guys will be aware that you have a couple of days before you are to be escorted away and sold off at market. Ugh. As the possessions that you are. You will have done today's activities, whatever they may be. And you will all find yourselves here, back, eating your sloppy mushroom gruel.
Delicious.
Yummy.
Out of my wooden bowl.
A clay bowl.
A clay bowl, not wooden, yeah.
Just to be clear.
Because that would be potentially useful down the line. So, yeah.
Mhm.
I would have become friendly with Shushar over this time too. Since I've
You want
met
to be friendly
Kuatama.
with Shusha?
Shushar, yeah.
I'm not doing Kermit voice for Shusha. Okay, I'm just telling you now.
Well, god damn it, I don't want to.
Never mind. Fuck you.
Just, yeah. Okay.
Fine, it's fine.
Because I tried to do that before last time, and it honestly nearly killed me.
I suppose
Talking whilst
Exclude
trying to
story.
kind of swallow in a weird way is also is weird. So, if there are any NPCs that you wish to get more familiar with, get to know, wish to interact with during your time here, you are welcome to do so. Obviously, some of you have been here longer than others. So, Shusha.
we'll try to befriend everyone.
Okay. Oh.
I'm going to befriend no one until I know
I
who
probably would
survives.
also try and
So-
befriend people.
Alice will see you as a challenge. He'll try to befriend you the most.
So we'll
Friend each other.
we'll go with Shusha first. Do you speak Undercommon?
No.
Yes.
I know you do. So your befriending of Shusha will not happen until the rapport spores happen. Until such
would've-
times, he pretty much comes back to the cell, sits in the middle, sits in a cross-legged, legs in a basket, position, and doesn't really associate with people. He goes into like a zen. But
Sleep mode activate.
you would still attempt to speak to him?
Once we have the telepathic bond, yeah.
Okay. So that will be a very recent thing, but we can do that now.
I think I would have attempted to communicate with him beforehand, but she not being able to speak under common.
He will essentially, anytime you attempt to speak to him before he can understand you, he will look at you, and he will do blinking blank stare gif dot JPEG. I don't know. It would basically just blink at you slowly, and then after a few moments, return to his zen-like.
He's
Why
a
did I
cat,
run toward
confirmed.
this? No offense.
Okay. Helia, you said you wanted to speak to Eldith.
Yes.
Okay. What were you trying to befriend her? Like, what are you
Yeah.
looking to achieve?
Some dwarf camaraderie. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Eldith obviously can speak Dwarven. She also understands. She understands regular Common and Dwarven. She doesn't understand Undercommon.
I
But
can
she'll
speak in
be-
both. That's fine.
She'll be happy to speak to you, a fellow dwarf. She wants to know where you're from.
Just let me open that up.
things we haven't prepared
Oh,
for because
no!
of character fodder.
I have it written down, but I don't think I've actually got like a specific name. It's basically just like basically lived in a mountain fucking village. That's really it.
Place was Mountain Village. That's the name and the place.
It translates
Yeah.
to mountain village, right? In Dwarven.
Yeah.
Founded by a guy called Mountain. Last name Village.
Oh man.
She'll be happy to be friendly with you, and she's been there for quite a long time as well, so she's been there almost as long as you, and you'll be able to spend time sort of getting to know her. As I said, she is from Gontal Grim. Very proud of this. She is a warrior amongst her people, a shield maiden, if you will. She's exceptionally proud of the fact that her people took back Gontal Grim, reclaimed their home, and is happy to sort of live there. She'll tell you that she doesn't really know how she ended up down here. She just remembers hearing the sound of a bow string twang, and then she woke up here. I will say, she will say to you in Dwarven, you might be the only one I can trust. Or she wouldn't say it like that either. She would say, as a fellow dwarf, you might be the only one down here that I can trust. Should I perish in whatever attempts we make to leave this place, promise me that you will return to my home and tell my family of what has passed here.
I promise.
If we manage to recover my hammer and shield as we leave, ensure that they are returned to my family. I will do the same for you, should our rules be reversed.
How do you spell that friggin' place?
Gontal Grim? Second. Yep. She will also say, you look out for me, I will look out for you. But be mindful of the big ugly one over there. Him and his people cannot be trusted.
Which big ugly one? They're all big and ugly.
She specifically looks at Ron, the half-orc.
Okay. So we shouldn't trust him.
His people cannot be trusted.
Okay.
We are at war with his tribe. Savages, the lot of them.
Take note of it.
Okay. Thanks, Google.
Correctly even.
Okay. Johnny, is there anyone you have a particular interest in?
No, I mean, whoever I was working with that day, like, I'm not going to not talk, but my focus is mostly, like, this is basically where I am the entire time, staring out this fucking thing, looking for anything to get my ass out of here. But I'm not really much of a talker. But yeah, I'll chat with whoever I'm working with generally. But assuming we understand each other.
If you speak common, I would have chatted.
Ront will not meet your gaze if you look at him. Just so you're aware.
He won't meet my gaze?
Yep. He will avoid eye contact with you.
Like a half-orc thing? Or is it a him thing?
You could give me an insight roll.
Oh, sure. All right. Oh, that's one of my +2s. Look out, guys.
Yeah, here we go.
This is like the highest my stat gets outside of athletics. So, all right, 14.
All right. He is he's ashamed of something. Is what you deduce from it. And as the only fellow half-orc here...
Yeah, I figured it out, yep.
Yeah.
Same shame I feel. Got it. Yep, it is a half-orc thing then. Okay, yep.
Well,
if we ever...
It might be because of what he is, or it might be because of something he has done that he is ashamed of.
Sure,
So.
well, I can give... if we ever meet Eyes, give him the nod of like, oh, I gotcha. But other than that, like I said, I'm just kind of watching out here.
Okay.
Probably watching a little more intently after being told that we've got a few days to get before things get bad.
And all right. Without anyone specifically, we'll just jump over to Valis. Valis, if you got anyone that you wish to.
So apart from Stool,
Sorry, chat.
he has this obsessive need to be friends with everybody he meets.
Okay.
So he will try his utmost to be friends with everybody.
Okay.
In one form or another. Like, he'll even try to improve morale. He'll be like just chatting away, cheering people up, telling stories. He's just
Okay.
like,
Do you speak Elvish?
yes.
Okay. So, Darendil will tell you his tale that he is, in fact, Prince Darendil. Prince Darendil. Oh, good God. Prince Darendil of the kingdom of Nelrindenvane. Nelrindenvane. You must have heard of it.
I don't know, have we?
It's in the High Forest, obviously. Well, my crown was usurped by an evil wizard who goes by the name of Terrastor. You know of him?
Oh, yes. Rumors abound in the higher echelons of our social circles, as you would know.
Well, he trapped me in this body, took my crown. He is a pretender. He sits upon my throne whilst I languish here, looking like this beast. As he says beast, he kind of almost snarls the word. I'd very much like to go home and have this curse lifted. I will aid you in your endeavors. You aid me in mine.
As goals goes, that is as noble as any as I can think of at this moment. Of course, I would do endeavor to help you in any way that this humble personage is able.
Usually it would be beneath one such as me to request aid from one not of my kind, but given the situation. I'm appreciative. Sareth will not be interested in joining any of you in any form of communication. He is very pissed off and not afraid to show it. Stool is going to be best friends.
It's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
Sammy is so jealous.
I know. She is. She's actually seething over there. You can see she's like, oh, little guy.
It's all right. You're next in line, Sammy. If my character dies, which is quite possible in the next session or this one.
We have to re-roll in that case.
Bapido, he's the Darrow. He is very talkative if approached. Got that. If anyone is interested in speaking to him.
Oh yeah, I'll speak to him.
He speaks Dwarvish.
Any
No,
Dwarvish?
I speak Dwarvish.
If you're not interested in speaking to him, that's fine.
I'll speak to him. She
I'm
would be
mostly
speaking to, like,
awkward.
everyone.
I'm awkward, so I don't really speak up much. But I'm polite.
Okay. He kind of has a very what's the word? Lackadaisical attitude about things. Like, we're meant to be here. Things will work out. Or we're here for a reason. That's how it is.
Mm,
There must be a reason we find ourselves in this place together.
you were dragged here?
That's the cause. Reason. There's meaning behind it. I'm sure.
Sounds like religion talk there.
I think he unsettles me a little bit.
So what do you all do
Sing and tell stories.
when not being captured by our new masters?
Sing and tell stories.
I'm a soldier.
Do you speak Dwarvish? Do you speak Dwarvish, Sass?
Yes, I do.
Good. Just checking.
I will respond in Dwarvish. I fight.
See? There's meaning behind our meeting after all. You can fight, you can provide morale. I'm sure the rest of these people will be useful somehow. Just have to see. Between the layers. To find meaning.
Slow nod.
The sarcastic nod is lost on him. Like, you agree? Good. Yes. Okay. I don't think there's anyone. I mean, the twins. You can try to talk to the twins, but if you don't speak Undercommon, then
I'll attempt to be friendly with them as well. I'll speak Undercommon.
Who will we be friending?
oh, I take it back. Apparently, they speak Common, not Undercommon.
Maybe.
I think that's a mistake. They're
they
gnomes.
Underdark, so just
They
speak
speak
Undercommon, right?
Yeah. Well, you won't get any response from Turvey, and in fact, as you approach his sister, he will get a little bit defensive, or protective, should we say, and you'll see him kind of brandishing something at you and really like baring his teeth. He stops in his chattering, his mad muttering to himself.
Valis will be like, look, was it Turvy's the one that's been aggressive?
Yes.
Okay. So he'll
Sorry,
be like,
I have to think. Yes, Turvy is the boy, Topsy is the girl. She's the talkative one, and Turvy wants to stab people.
so he'll talk. He'll be chatting with Topsy, and then he'll turn to Turvy and it's like, "Hey, little guy, you want to see a trick?"
Oh, so Topsy. Oh, he's very protective. I would. It's okay. It's okay, Toby. Just talking, and he'll kind of calm down. It's best to leave him to it. He doesn't really like talking to anyone.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll see it.
Valis will he'll look around and then he'll pull out a single gold coin out of his beard.
Out of his beard. Okay. Yep.
Out of his beard. Out of his beard. I know what I said in a DM.
Yep.
He doesn't pull it out of anywhere else.
Okay.
And he goes, and he'll pull it from hand to hand, and then he will make it disappear.
Give me that sleight of hand.
He's not very good at this, by the way.
Oh god.
And then he'll just bounce onto the floor next to Turvy. And it's like, oh, that didn't work.
She'll laugh. Like she'll find it funny. You meant to do that, right?
Of course, it's all part of the trick. Tell you what. Why don't the coin will bounce next to Turvy, but that's the whole intention behind this. And
she'll lean towards you and be like, "You know, magic doesn't work in here, right?"
I know, I've tried. And then it was like, tell you what, Turvy, why don't you keep that?
Okay. She'll pick it up, chew it, check that it's right, and then she'll stash a gold coin somewhere.
Well, you and your brother when we get out of this, and he'll nod.
Apparently she doesn't have anything else other than this. Okay. Sleight of hand is a 14. Where she stashes it, unless you're specifically looking.
He considered the gold coin lost.
Okay.
He doesn't really know what to do at this point.
So, we'll assume that you've had your days to sort of chat, get to know each other a little bit better, make your friends as and where, and then, poof, rapport spores happen. You can all communicate with each other. You can speak to Shusha now. He understands. And he'll say, I'm not doing Kermit. I'm not doing it. You can speak my tongue.
What if you just did Kermit for like that one line, so we got a taste of it?
It was a long time ago. It was so
That's
bad.
the taste of Kermit. He demanded it.
I can't even remember how I did it. Like,
I was actually, I
you
don't
can
know.
speak my tongue. You. It's kind of talking like in as opposed to out is weird. I don't like doing it. It was weird. I'm not doing it.
Gotcha. I can understand you. Yumi?
I am Shusha. Shusha the Awakened.
Nice to meet you. I am Harlow.
I'm a guide.
I have met your kind before.
I'm
Can you
Halia.
help me?
I have met your kind. And yours.
Good.
he'll
I
nod,
don't know
and
what to
then
say.
he'll kind of nod and be like, okay. Wisdom comes to those who are patient.
All that time trying to talk to you, now I don't know what I want to say.
You will find the words when it is time to speak them.
Not much for speaking.
He reminds me of those inspiration posts.
The cat hanging onto the branch.
He is just
Hang in
inspiration toilet paper. Yeah, you roll it down as
Live, laugh, love.
yep.
Like those calendars, and you flip and you get like a new
Yep.
wisdom line every time.
Yep. Or a magic 8 ball.
Between him and Pupito.
Bippity boppity buppido.
Yeah. Well, happy to meet you. Your kind has helped me in the past.
I will be of help again.
Good.
Just not here. I have learned to master my rage, so that my rage is no longer my master.
Good job. I think.
I
feel like he's going to pull out one of those pins saying 200 days since the last rage.
I am a good companion and guide if you ever find yourself on the Dark Lake. Or if you wish to visit my people, I can show you the way. If you can get me out of here, of course.
I certainly don't want to remain here.
Maybe you and your friends can figure a way.
Maybe. I'll have to have a think on that.
Okay. Then I will leave you to your thoughts. And then, in everyone's head, you will hear, "So, are we leaving?"
Ideally.
Does anyone have any tools?
I have something that can cause some damage.
I left my tools in my other set of pants.
I have nothing that will be of use in terms of tools, but I find myself with these claws, and he'll kind of like shing, like these really sharp kind of dangerous looking claws that is Darendil, of course, that is talking.
You say you've got a curse, but given our current situation, Darendil, I'd say those claws are a blessing.
I would still rather not be in this devilish form any longer than I need be. Have a kingdom to run that is being run by an imposter. My people.
What kingdom?
My people need me. What kingdom? What kingdom, you say?
Yes.
I'm getting it for you so you can put it in the notes.
Melrindin Vane.
Oh, honestly, it's like
High Forest.
It is the
Prince
kingdom
Darendil-
of Nelrindenvane. It's in the High Forest, do you know it?
Do we actually know it? Anyone that's been on the surface, do we
Uh,
actually know it?
I don't think so.
Hell yeah, you've heard of it. Definitely
Yeah.
exists.
I haven't heard of it.
So have you, Alice.
I haven't gotten out of the Sword Coast very often, so
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, as you have mentioned, Prince Darendil. They said the rumors abound in the higher echelons of our familial circles about the travesty that is happening in the High Forest.
The wizard. He needs to be dealt with, or he can do my people any more harm.
Of course, but we have to get out of here first.
Yes. Well, if I can be of use, I'm also strong.
I'm seriously getting old man yells at cloud vibes from Darendil at this point.
It's gonna turn out like the dude's the legit ruler and everything, and he just fucking turned Darendil in this to get rid of him. Like, no,
He's
Darendil.
actually the evil wizard.
He's the evil wizard. Got counterspell, reverse spelled, whatever. Just now he's the whatever this thing is.
Feels like one of those scam emails you still get sometimes about the Norwegian prince.
Norwegian prince. Yeah. Well, what are we going to do about this situation? That might be slightly too big a word for me, considering I have -2 int.
Definitely too big.
How
I mean-
are we getting out?
has Velis mentioned to us that we're going to be marched?
To those that he has befriended, he will mention everything that he's discovered.
And Helga will share her information about the drows.
Rapport spores
So
are in
are you his
everyone's heads.
friend?
I feel like you're the type that would have like chatted me up, and I'm just staring at you, nodding and smiling.
Oh yeah, he would have approached all of you like at some point and had a good chat with you.
If
Yeah.
Like, did you hear? We'll be marching in a couple of days' time. Do you know that? Like, I heard them over talking. Like, they were so happy. They even said it to my face. They were so happy that we were going to Menzo Baranzan. So happy in a couple of days. Can you believe this? Do they know who I am? Clearly not.
clearly not.
Okay.
Just
It's a shame
nodding
for them,
along.
honestly.
Over
If my father knew
If
about
my
this-
father- Okay, Draco Malfoy.
over stool radio,
Oh, boy.
107.5, you will hear, they do not care if you're happy or not. They care to induce suffering. They take pleasure in your torment.
Do you know how many of them would be escorting us on this march?
Roll me a persuasion, please.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Go. Oh. Oh shit.
Wow!
Wow.
Okay.
Simple question. Impact.
So, Sareth will literally turn to look at you, his glowing drow red eyes. I don't actually know if they glow, I just know they're red.
Okay, Strahd, calm down.
I do not know how many people will be escorting us, but you should know they are already late. their patrol was due days ago.
Well, the Underdark is a dangerous place, so perhaps something happened to the patrol on the way here.
Oh, you think?
There's far too many things that could have happened down here.
You'd be like, I'm very glad that we have your insights to help us in this time of need.
I'm very glad that you are not sulking in the corner anymore and deign to talk to us.
This is not helpful at all.
No, it is not. But a good attitude in a situation like one that we are in currently is good.
Such positive optimism.
Him and Buppity are going to get along.
Yeah, right?
And Jim Jam, probably.
Jim Jar? Yeah.
Jim Jar, yeah.
Jim Jam?
Jim
Jam.
Jam.
Jim Jam.
Jams, and it has a gold
Jim
umbrella.
something. Slim Jim. Just gonna call him
Tim
Slim
Tam?
Jim.
Sarah will look over at you. You may thank your friend for my involvement.
Your knowledge is very helpful.
She, at least, has the wits to persuade me appropriately to share my wisdom.
Any wisdom you can share. Because, for one, I don't plan on staying here or going somewhere to be sold off. Would be very useful.
I don't think that is anyone's goal here, to be completely frank. So our friend over there, he points over to what's your name? Can't remember.
Which one?
Johnny.
Boars.
Boars. Likes boar meat. Boars, because he's right.
Not that we've had any, so.
Just
I mean, he's been watching watching at the door since I've arrived, at least. Perhaps he's got insight on what's been happening out there. Not that anyone else could really stand by the door, given the two large fellows there. He points to Darendil and Boars.
Dwarf or gnome can fit.
Oh no!
The shackles are an issue.
Yeah.
Eldith will be like, it's kind of hard to be quiet when shink, 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 shink.
Mm.
Well, one problem. Get these shackles off. Anyone got a lockpick or a key or a big rock?
Yes, I certainly have the key to it.
I wish.
I mean, that fellow over there is quite strong. Maybe he can just break it with his bare hands.
Who?
Runt.
Runt? Runt will look over at you. I could break you with my bare hands.
Yeah, let's look at the size of you, mate. You're huge. Of course, you can break half of us with your bare hands. That's why I'm suggesting perhaps you could attempt to break the manacles with your bare hands. It wasn't a slight, it was a suggestion.
He'll kind of look around, look at the dwarfs, spit on the floor, and then he'll roll to see if he can break it. Like, he will start straining against the manacles.
So you need like a DC 20 to break manacles.
It's insane. Yeah.
Can you see the rolls, or am they?
No, I can't see the rolls.
He rolled a 22.
Oh
shit!
So he'll be like,
Uh,
I could break you. And then he'll like strain against the manacles, and he will literally just cheek, and the chains will snap. Like the cuffs are still around his wrists, and he obviously still has it around his neck, but the chains have been broken. See?
See, that wasn't too hard.
I gotta fucking try.
Oh yes,
now.
clapping.
I gotta try now. The fucking other orc did it. So
Shit, now I gotta try it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Bravo!
There we go. Shit.
But yes, if you roll it's a DC 20 strength check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
How he's gonna try for dear life in a full
You could use
5
athletics
stealth.
for strength checks.
My athletics is
Lowest
better,
but
but
not
it wouldn't have
there.
made a difference.
Okay. Oh my god.
Damn. What? How? Fucking why?
Sorcerer.
Fucking sorcerer, man. Divine intervention is what this bullshit is.
It turns out his manacles would attach this implant.
Yeah, they forgot to lock it.
What the lock it?
Okay. Yeah, you'll be able to break out of your manacles in the same way that apparently there's like a faulty link in it or something along those lines, and you'll be able to just.
I'm over
You're a
here
sorcerer,
straining-
right? Like, yeah.
I'm over here
Yeah.
straining, and I look over you as I hear that snap, and I'm like looking at you and your twig arms.
I mean, he's got a +1 in strength, but like,
Two.
In comparison,
like
Too much
he's fit looking, but like, he's not like half orc. Like,
what the hell kind of books you been lifting?
I don't know. I'm
It's
surprised that this even happened. I was just doing it for the fun of it, but then
Are all of our chains connected to each other?
No.
Okay.
yeah, I
Double
wasn't expected to
check
get this
something.
far. This is
So there's a problem in this itself, where
We
if
still
they come
suck.
in here and they see two of us are no longer connected to our chains, that could pose a problem.
well, I have a plausible excuse because look at me, I can't really be expected to break manacles with my bare hands.
Funnily enough, it's at this point that you will hear a rattling at the gate. And I'm just double checking what language they can speak. So in Undercommon, the guards will say, "What is going on in there? What is this noise?"
He will reply, "Oh, nothing really. Honestly, we're just having a good chat, and we got a bit excited. I'm sorry to have disturbed you.
Excited. Why? I don't know why they suddenly went Scottish. Excited? You should not be excited. There will
sorry,
be
wrong word.
the two drow will step in, and there is another drow, essentially, at the gate that you see.
He's trying to talk
What
his way out of this.
is going on? It has been quiet in here, and then all of a sudden we hear the snapping of metal. You can speak
He will,
Undercommon, right?
Yeah. So he's gonna like try and distract them from Ron because Ron doesn't have any.
Okay, yep, go for it.
He'll glance at Ron and go, well, I didn't want to bother you, but since you're here, I think there's something wrong with my manacles. They are, well, I don't think.
Hang on.
I think they broke. Like I was just, yeah, I was. Well, I think there's something faulty with them. And he will sort of hold his hands out limply, like he's quite weak. He makes it look like he's quite weak looking because he obviously is a caster.
Huh. Ron will look at, like, see you speaking to the guards, and then looking over at him, and he will stand up and be like, "What are you telling him? What are you telling him? What?"
I would shrug, but my hands are literally.
Eldith will pipe up as well.
He will go. He will go. He will like put his like face palm like. Damn it.
Eldith will pipe up, and she will say, "In having 50 million NPCs, it's so much fun."
Yeah.
So she will say, in common, and point at Ron. It was him. He was trying to escape. After he's already embarrassed himself. The guards will look at each other. And what weapons do they have? Basically, they will point the weapons at Ron. Tell him to get up and move. And he will be escorted out to the ledge just outside.
Are we just gonna let him?
There you go, just so you can see out there.
Is the gate open? Like the gate open?
The gate was shut behind. The guards came in. There's one guard at the gate.
Yeah, sure.
He's there. Where is he? Ron, there he is. He will be escorted to the edge of the ledge. And he will look back and be like, You told them.
I didn't say anything.
The guards will flank Ron at the edge of the ledge.
I'm gonna say in Orcish before he gets fucking shanked, be like, be a man or be an orc or take one with you.
He's gonna look at you like he's gonna flash this look of rage at you, and then okay.
I mean, he's got his hands free. Might as well try shit.
He's gonna roll this. Oh god, so many. Sorry, there are so many NPC sheets here. Actually,
one less now, right?
No, I mean like NPC. Like, there's so many monster NPCs that they have them in sections, and each section has like 15 in them. It's actually mental.
Do you like NPCs? Your NPCs.
He looks at you, and he goes, "Yeah," and he goes to swipe at the nearest drow, and he grabs him by like the scruff of his armor, and the drow next to him literally slice down, removes his hands, and he will fall backwards off of the ledge. you can all roll me a perception. If you have any advantages to being able to hear things, then... Cool. Ron's just been pushed off the edge of the cliff after having his hands removed. And everyone's rolling a perception check to listen to something. Excellent. Ballas,
Scarred for life, that's fine.
you will be able to hear an excited, chittering, skittering noise coming from the other side of the cliff.
Spiders.
You will also be able to hear him crying out in pain and then quickly kind of becoming a bit more sluggish and then just silent. It's probably a good point to take a quick break.
Hey, your dwarf friend threw Ront under the bridge, quite literally.
Yeah, Eldith was like, it was him
yeah.
trying to escape.
Yeah,
Fuck.
she did not like him.
No, apparently not.
What,
Anyway,
Rock?
quick break.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, toilet break, grab a drink, whatever, be right back.
Damn.
Dang
That
it,
sucks.
what would I do? What did I do? Please.
That mental issue of must save all the people versus I can't do shit. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not going anywhere anyway. So hi everyone.
I'm upset at Zang.
I'm also upset at Zig. Oh, what a
I'm
bastard.
very upset at Zang. Of all the things he could have left them out. What are you doing?
I think ugh. I think Harlow has much less respect for Eldeth at this time.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to literally go, like, just throw him in like that. No. That's a lot of hatred to have for somebody that's just, in prison with you. Don't trust him. Kill him first, before we've escaped. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's not very smart. We could have used him.
Mm-hmm. Damn. If my hands had been free, I would have done something.
I could have done something too, but like anti-magic field, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Shit. It's so also like now that this has happened, it also paints the premise for Valis that some of these people are out for themselves. At least.
You would have heard from Harlow at least. Are we just going to let this happen?
Jeez.
Well, to the notes.
Alice will be like, "Why did you do that? Why? What was the point of that?" Like, why would you throw someone under the metaphorical cart like that?
Mm-hmm.
We don't. Oh, you would know because I'm talking Dwarvish, right?
I speak Dwarvish.
So you would have overheard them say other stuff, or was it?
It depends on
before?
how quietly they're talking.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, if they were standing next to each other. I'm not sure if we
Hmm.
have the ability to move around in here, or if we're just the neck and wrists.
Oh wait, so they would have had to. Well, if we can't move in here, then they
Well,
would have had to talk over, like across the room to each other.
I assume we can move in here since he got up and moved towards them.
Right.
You can move in the prison cell. Yep.
Yeah. Some of us are very unhappy with you, Zing.
Why?
Like, I know it's the exact premise of these two characters because in my previous plays of this is exactly what's supposed to happen. One of them lives, one of them live, and one of them die.
Oh, with Eldith and Ron.
Eldith and Ron, yeah. It's just like, couldn't they have just waited until we've escaped? You know, you can push one each other down a chasm in the Underdark somewhere. Like,
It was that moment for Harlow of, I don't want this to happen, but I can't do shit.
You can ask her her reasons. Oh, I'm sorry. The crawlies are they're definitely a integral part. They have to be there. I'm sorry.
spiders.
Spooters.
Stop it.
I'll roll for arachnophobia. Let's go.
20.
I don't like spiders.
Can you roll for me?
Oh,
For me?
I love spiders. I crit on my arachnophobia check.
Huh?
You roll for me?
I'll
You
roll.
won one failure.
Battles is actually
But
like,
yeah.
"Oh, at least the spiders got fed."
Basically, you heard like the as they noshed on Ron.
Ugh.
So not just a snack, it's a rot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad that he didn't get a chance to drag one of them down with him though, but
He rolled a 17 on his grapple,
yeah.
despite having a +3 in his strength, and the drow having nothing, plus like 0, rolled an 18.
Oh no.
So I was like, oh.
That sucks.
Otherwise, I'd happily have done that. Yep, cool, good idea, off you go. But no, he tried, and he was gonna go over anyway. So I was like, fuck it, they just cut him off at the wrist. That's
I like
one
how
down.
you say we were just having a good talk in here when we're all like talking telepathically.
Yep. So then it'd been fine. Everything was perfectly quiet until chink. And I did roll perception.
This
check
will
for
be
them as
mentioned once they leave.
well. Oh. They haven't left yet. I'll wait for everyone to come back though. No, it's alright. Thank you for my tea. Oh my goodness.
Sad.
Okay, everyone is back. Cool. Sorry,
Mhm.
Disco was doing the silly thing again. So after after they have disposed of Runt over the side of the chasm, and the creatures below have begun their feasting, two of the drow will come back in. One of them brandishing fresh manacles. They will remove your broken ones. And one of them will say, "If you struggle, we will put you down like the dogs that you all are."
Fuck that do to you.
He won't reply because it's a good idea not to.
So you
Which
are
one's standing in front of me?
just a drow, like a drow guard, essentially.
Oh, so not one of the burned ones.
And just generic guard number 17.
Fuck for it. You will be reshackled.
I'm gonna be telling the drow in front of me how handsome he is.
How what?
Handsome he is.
Like, you're actually talking to him?
In Undercommon, yeah.
And he will turn to you and look at you. Like,
All 4'5" of me.
yeah. I would not stain myself to stoop so low.
Oh, that'll grow on you.
And he will turn, walk away, as will the
Alright.
other guard.
Are all of the cards carrying a key or just the one?
Just playing hard to get, it's fine.
Roll me a perception check.
Well, my passive of 16.
Oh, you've got pass. So you will have noticed that whilst so does anyone have a passive perception of 13 or above?
I do.
Okay, just not Johnny then. Yeah. So you will all have noticed that whilst Valis was being reshackled, Jimjar will have been very discreetly fiddling with something on one of the guard's belts and sat back down again. The guard does not have a key on their belt. Now.
I am saying nothing.
With that, the guards will leave.
We've got the spores still, right?
Yes, the spores are essentially active. I'll get the specific deets.
Be like,
Still-
I think there is something on our minds at the moment. So, Eldif, wasn't it? So, why did you do that?
My eyes immediately go to Elda too.
So you have an hour of rapport 3 times a day, essentially. Oh. Fuck. Is it in the game settings I need to go to turn off whisper rolls.
I don't know if it works, man. Like it doesn't like retroactively fix
Oh, because
NPCs. I feel like,
all the NPCs are set to whispered.
but you
like-
can't set it before you pick the campaign. I don't think so. It's really maybe you can now. I haven't done it in a while, but
Okay.
I just know that some of these
Okay.
campaigns have it all set to some silly settings.
I think they
Okay.
all default.
Let me try it, and I'll let you know.
Rock's upset that the call is in. He's going to drive over to your place right now.
Rock is very upset. He was very vocal while the break was going on.
Sorry.
I guess he's not a fan of spiders. Creepy crawlies.
That's what
That-
the Underdark's all about.
It's set to never whisper rolls.
It's true.
It
The Underdark is 99% spiders. Like, we are
never
on
whisper
spiders
rolls
right now.
my ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't retroactively do it. Like you can't do it before you make a campaign unless you do it from scratch, which is insane.
No, I didn't change the settings. It's currently set to not whisper the rolls yet. Lo and behold.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
People
I don't
can
think you
see-
can.
People can see your rolls on stream though, yeah?
Yeah, they can. Yep.
Okay, good. That's all that really matters, really.
Oh yeah, I guess if we look over there, I can see it.
What I'll do.
No way boars would know this, but hypothetically speaking, if the drow walked into the spores, would they like get a telepathic?
It happens
connection?
when they do the puff. So
Okay, all right.
if they weren't within 10 feet, which I'm just going to assume
They
everyone was, then they don't get it.
Yeah.
Um,
And were those the 3 guards that normally watch us?
they're the ones on duty at the moment.
Okay, all right. So they came from the little tower thing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Where is the Whisper Rolls thing?
An NPC
Cog.
sheet. Yeah, you got it the cog, and then it's like below the.
It's like for the character
Oh,
sheets.
yeah,
it says
yeah,
right
yeah,
hand
yeah.
top.
It's in a weird spot. Yep.
Ta-da! There you go, Repulse Spores. I'll go through after the game, or tomorrow, or somewhere, and do that for all of the NPCs at least.
I mean, give it a few seconds, and half of them will be dead. So
Yeah, we'll get through them. It's fine. One down.
One down.
So they'll leave, and Jim Jar will be like, "Bet you didn't expect me to do that, did you?"
And
That's
just
someone did.
thumbs up him.
The key will. Well, there's 2 keys. There's one essentially. It's not quite a key. It's more just like the indent thing to unlock the manacles, which I guess is a key. It's just not like shaped at the end like a key. And then like there's a bigger key that will unlock the doors to the prison. And he will kind of like show it to everyone. And we're like, are
that way out secured.
we doing this?
Just got one problem.
Eldith will say, you had it coming.
What did he do to you?
He was loud and stupid, and then he were going to need to make an example of one of us. Better him than anyone else here.
All right, but couldn't have this waited until we had escaped?
Would you rather it was you that went over the cliff? It was you or him?
I would have rather have none of us.
You know how they work, right? They don't see you as a person. You're an object, a possession. Throwing him over the side was little more than them taking a shit over the side. To them. At least this way his sacrifice means that the rest of us live. There's nobility in that.
Their views are not views that I share.
Would I even think to insight this?
Yeah, you can insight it, yeah.
I'll go to insight, but here we go.
You wasted your 20 early on.
Yeah, breaking the manacles. I need to get new manacles.
When that 20
Fine.
got him killed.
Who exactly are we inside checking?
Eldith.
Eldest.
Dwarf, your bestie.
Your bestie.
All
Your
inside.
friend. That's
Okay.
Got the other half orc killed.
threw the half orc under the cart.
Oh, she's
mean,
speaking in common, right? Or I'm
she's
not tell
Through
we
the
can
rapport.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
okay. Look out, here comes Boris with us too. Well, ooh, we are.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Sure.
You're not picking up any. Yeah, you definitely don't. Like, she believes what she's saying.
Alright. Well, you have a certain amount of sense with what you said. All I'm saying is that numbers are, despite how they see us, numbers are a very valuable thing down in Underdark. The more of us there are, the more likely we're to survive if we and when we escape. Regardless, what's done is done.
The more of us there are, the more likelihood is that we will be caught in any of our endeavors. The loud, noisy one would have given us away.
Is this Seraph speaking?
Yep. Sareth is what's my motivation? Pinch my brow, my nose. That's what that is.
The emo pose. Oh.
Yep.
Let's do it now.
If it is strength that you need, we have people for that. The Quaggoth and the other orc.
Surprisingly, this little guy next to me too.
Shrugs.
Ting, ting, ting.
I feel like you have like fresh manacles now, like shiny.
Like bright, shiny.
Yeah, yours are definitely a bit
crackles in
tight.
the packaging.
Yeah, they're a bit tighter than they were as well.
It's like, yeah. For my next trick, I'm gonna break these ones too.
You just get glared at.
They're solid. These definitely are not broken.
Now we have to figure out when the best time to leave this, though.
Typically,
Have I, in my 9 days of being here, picked up on any patterns of, like, coming and going?
For the most part, the guards are quite happy to observe the cells from afar. They don't tend to bother you unless, there's something going on, like you start a fight, in which case they'll come and have a look, maybe make some bets, and then potentially break it up if one of you is about to die.
How are we gonna fight like this?
I mean,
oh,
you can still
Like
move your
giraffes and
arms,
just,
but
like-
I mean,
Well,
your
Jim's
legs-
got
Strangle them
two,
with
both
your
keys,
chains?
right?
I don't know.
Jimjar has 2 keys, yes. He can
One-
unlock your shackles and unlock the gate.
All right. First off, I got a real important question. Did the spider fall with Homeboy?
Roll me perception.
Okay.
oh, the other little guy.
I got, before we get moving, we got to make sure. My flat 20, so I can just roll a d20 from now on.
You can see it's still over where Runt was sat.
Okay, well, I'll go and claim it. And then on the way over, I'm going to say...
So bad.
I'm Spider. I'm going to say, they high off kill. Let guard down now. We should go. If we can open gate. Click Spider and go back over here.
Well,
We probably
either we
lose
get
more.
free or we all die. So
Mhm.
better than being sold off.
We stay, we die. If we try to leave, most of us will probably die, but there's a chance of us surviving. So I'd rather take the chance of us surviving than guaranteed death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boars only have rope.
You have rope.
5 feet rope. And pull up my fucking shirt and wrap around my stomach.
You probably
Silken
strangle
fuck-
one of the guards with
Yeah.
that.
Yes, if we get there.
And
Or I
these
just punch.
These manacles he shakes could be used as bludgeoning weapons, probably.
They have weapons. We kill one, we take weapon. We kill another, take other weapon.
Best bet for us is to get over to the guard tower then.
As I'm assuming you're unlocking, like you're discussing this as the manacles are being unlocked.
Oh yeah, we're going.
Yeah, if nobody else has any
So-
objections, yeah.
The twins will kind of like this is the quietest you've heard Turvey. Like he stopped his chattering, and the twins will kind of like walk over to the group, and out of her like shirt, Topsy will pull out this rusted iron bar that looks like basically it's a club, right? And she'll kind of like, I'm ready. She'll like do this, like she's,
Oh my god.
and then from behind her, you can just see Turvey. He pulls out this like flint blade from like his shirt, and he's kind of just like, you know, he's
gone
angling it,
full-on
ready to
gangster.
fucking stab somebody.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, so there was one day that Harlow came back from doing shit, and she was a lot more stiffer in posture too. So she will pull out her own iron rusty bar from her shirt as well.
For those who can't see me, the bar was being kind of like battered into my hand, like as if they were threatening, and the flint blade was getting ready to sort of shank somebody. But the gnomes are ready to go, essentially.
And getting
Other
out of
than
this
that-
spell and out of this magic field, then I'll do some serious
Darrendel's-
damage myself.
Got his claws, right?
Darrendel's got his claw. Yeah, Darrendel's like,
And my
"Shing,
axe.
you have my claws." And Bapido will kind of like pull from behind his top. Bapido's like the halfling Darrow. He's got half of a drow arrow, basically the arrowhead, and you can see the tip of it seems to have like this slick coating of something on it.
How did y'all hide all this? They're not very watchful, are they?
I've got rope on my belt, so
We got 10 feet of rope combined, assuming you
I got
you
five.
got 5
I have
feet.
5 feet of rope.
I got 5 too, so we got 10 combined. We can do something.
Yes.
And we got our
Um,
manacles to beat people with.
Sareth will he'll say, "Do you have some rope if you are needing it?"
I suggest you tie the rope to a manacle and give it a good swing.
If you don't have improvised weapons, essentially rope and manacle is going to equal flail, but D4 damage as opposed to whatever. I think it's a D6.
DIY this shit. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That'll make it easy for me.
Honestly, you could like put some at both ends and have some like nunchuck.
Mhm.
Manacle nunchucks. Let's go.
Some
Oh,
manacle
Jesus.
poi, like
It's fine. I can just vicious mockery my way through, right?
Pretty much.
Does vicious mockery require anything more than verbal?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it won't work in the prison cell. You'll have to be outside of the cell, just to remind you.
Hold
And
on,
that-
let me check. Does Firebolt have a material component? I'm pretty sure cantrips don't in general.
They sometimes have semantics as well.
Semantic is your movement of your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
okay. Firebolt does not have a material component.
It's
Huzzah.
The finger wiggling.
yeah. What am I trying to say? It's the
Magic.
Naruto fucking
It's a hand science.
yeah. I can't remember what that's called.
Just wiggle the fingers. It's like,
The
Jitsu
semantics.
or whatever.
Jitsu.
right?
That's what it is. The
Yeah.
jitsu. Yeah.
I never watched that, but yeah, I played the
Other
games
guy.
though.
Yeah. It's the jitsu. Yeah. So out of you, the group of you, the twins have essentially a club, rusted iron bar, and a flint shard, which is a dagger. You have rope and manacles on Sareth. You have an arrowhead coated in essentially drow poison on Bepido. One use, but it will put someone to sleep, essentially.
Torpedo, go. Use sleep powder.
Yeah, you sleep. That'll work. Out of character, when we see those, or in character, I suppose, actually, when we see those arrows, is that like, because when I played Out of the Abyss, this is how I got captured. I got shot by fucking arrows and put to sleep.
Yeah.
forever, so-
Basically, all of you, when you woke up and your limbs were a little bit sluggish and whatnot, that makes sense.
That
yeah, drow
triggers
poison.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So now we at least remember how we got here. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was going back to Waterdeep.
I can't
That's how
remember
that
the fuck I
happened.
was doing, but don't think
it's all new
matters.
to me. So,
Boars will try to grab one. Then he basically points at people with weapons. Then you just smack and shank until dead. But if
Right.
you get there first, just kill.
Now,
Alright, so
you will know that the walkways are one person at a time. Wow. One regular sized person at a time. It's worth noting that Stool and Shusha are both non-combatants, essentially. I mean, you could put them in a fight. Shusha is a pacifist. He won't fight. And Stool,
can't.
well,
Still the baby. We have to protect him.
Stool has less health than all of you. So
Still has 1 HP.
he's
right?
the baby. No, he's got
the baby.
he's got more, but yeah.
More HP than me.
I rolled earlier to see if Boars was interested in eating the little mushroom.
Eating Stool,
yeah.
add him to your soup.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
This
no,
could
not that.
add some seasoning to this
Yeah.
bland soup.
I mean, like, we're
Oh
not
my
getting fed,
gosh.
but
I mean,
you
you've
know, it wasn't
got you got
quite
some
that
meat
far.
now.
Yeah.
You got that spider, right? That's
Yeah.
friend, not food. Friend, not food.
Alright, so
That's cool, I didn't roll.
Stool's going to
It's
be hitching a ride on.
So
Yes.
you know that the guard post is essentially to your right or to the north as you go out, and that's where the guards went to. Darendil will essentially. You wish me to go first. I will struggle to hide my bulk. No, he wouldn't. I need to remember he's fucking stupid. I'm big.
How stupid is he?
He's got like.
On a scale of 1 to 20.
An 8.
If I was to put a number on it, you mean? It's like a 6.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
can he even speak?
Yeah.
we want to try sneak, or we just run
I
and smash.
I
The
not
arrows,
I not
that's
sneak
what
well.
are.
Me neither.
I can be pretty quiet, but
I feel like that as soon as we step out there, the guards in our tower will spot us if they're paying any attention. So I feel like the faster we get to that tower, the better.
Okay. Big people up front. Hit people, maybe take hits up front. So me, Darendil, that one, yep.
That one.
And
Which one?
I'm pointing to
I
you.
step forward.
This
'cause I'm
one,
already
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Dwarf, you come too. Not bard dwarf. Throw orc over ledge dwarf.
Not weak dwarf.
Yeah.
Bulky dwarf.
And the little ones get ready to just come up and shank and smack.
Okay.
This is not gonna end well. The boars is not the plan, guy.
It's unfortunately it's a very sound tactic.
I know.
Okay.
Shank, kill.
Could we also lead them here? Create a ruckus here too? Again?
Mm-hmm.
I need to get it out of this cell to be of any use to anybody.
Maybe you go outside, they come across, and we just open gate and push off ledge. Actually, time out.
Spiders
Okay.
aren't
Yep.
gonna
He
kill them.
said that.
Did you do a smarts check?
Hold on, did I actually say that?
A
Yeah.
moment of inspiration.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to do that
Push
so
off.
many
Oh,
times.
shoot, do we actually have inspiration on crits in hardcore?
No,
No.
you do
Did
not.
we start with inspiration? That's probably something we should.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go.
Um,
But maybe one run to go get more though if we do that. So I think our best bet blocking them from leaving. Green dot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I'll just duck behind them and get on my hands and knees, and you can like
We
push them over me.
That was not how I imagined that sentence ending.
Wow.
When someone goes up behind them and like gets down, and they push them
Yes.
over. to
Yeah,
use the-
Sis was just
yeah.
envisaging full bard. I tried to seduce the
Shit,
guards.
full bar.
I just gotta get on my hands and knees and just be like, hi.
I tried to seduce Loth.
Okay. Darendil is gonna try and sneak.
I mean, we can all try and sneak, yeah. I mean, it's me and him
Yeah.
up front, so
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Darendil botched.
All right, cool. I'll roll real quick, but let's hope maybe we'll both botch. Let's have a good old time with that.
I'm gonna start sneaking too, so I don't
No,
roll
it's a
great. Ooh.
My little stature helps me greatly.
So essentially what's gonna happen is yeah. Yep. This was gonna happen. Darendil's gonna step outside the gate. Right?
Okay.
He's gonna step out and he's gonna lay eyes on the guards and he's literally just gonna go "Rah!" and go at them. Flash his claws and he's gonna go.
Didn't he say
Same.
self?
Yep.
Same, yeah. As soon as he goes,
It
I'm
fucking
going to.
botched, man. What do you
Yeah.
want from me? He's like the beast takes over. He's gonna fuck some shit up. Right.
Surprised it didn't go worse than that, giving it a 6.
And then Hargle's like, shit.
Well, Darendil.
Chill.
Yep, he's gonna go.
Damn, yeah, he is. Oh, let's go, Sass. Shit. Oh my god. Look at all the sheets you gotta roll. Oh lord. When I first
should
played
just
this, I
roll-
wasn't a DM. I
roll
didn't
one as
understand.
an
I
NPC.
had no idea.
Just
Right.
roll an NPC, just one as the.
Yeah, I'm
NPCs
rolling
in the
one
field.
drow as the drow. Or the drow in the immediate vicinity anyway. Yep. And I need to double check one thing real quick. Okay. Right. Can you roll me? Who's gonna roll it for me? Sammy, roll me a d4, please, real quick. Tell me the number because I can't see. 1. Okay.
Question, is Stool heavy?
No.
Okay, cool.
Like, he's light enough that you can carry him around
Tiny.
without
He's
issue.
just a guy.
It's just a
Little
baby.
guy.
Okay, cool. Everyone's rolled. Seven. I will add more people in as and when we need to, just to keep things simple. And it is Derendil going up first, so happy days. Let's do this real quick, because there we go. Right, so Derendil's just gonna straight up fucking roar and run at the nearest guards, which are the drow. So he's gonna literally run up here, and he's gonna try and attack this drow. I hope if I knew what the number was actually. Cool. So that one's gonna scrape on its armor, but he does get multi-attack. That one is also gonna scrape on his armor. Yay! Harlow, you see Derendil roar and charge at the nearest, well, what you assume is the guards. You can't quite see them yet, but you step out, and sure enough, he's at them. He's literally just mad swiping at the nearest guard, who's kind of trying to fend him off as best they can.
I can't even get to them, can I?
No. The passage is very narrow.
Is there a way around that I can see?
You could try and go past. I mean, Derendil's a big creature.
Unit.
Yes. But no, there is no obvious way of...
If I tried to cause... Is that a cliff over here?
So there's a guard post. It's hard to see. I'll move him off the side slightly. So these two at the top, one of them is in the guard post, and one of them is basically this. There's a gate here. I don't know if you can see it.
I can just see a little bit right there.
Yeah, so there is a gate that is open here, and in fact, yeah, let me just quickly get rid of this one as well. The guard post is literally just like a tiny little outcrop, essentially, or a little like hovel, and one of them is inside there. But the drow that Derendil is engaged with is, yeah, there's like, I mean, there is like a banister there, but it's like waist high, so it's nothing crazy.
Weird thought. Is there a way, because that drow had previously been behind the other drow as well, to cause a bit of a chain reaction if I bull rush... if I bull rush Derendil and shove him into the other drows to cause one of them to fall off the cliff?
You could, but it could also potentially push Derendil off the cliff.
That's fair.
Like, I'll let you try and make a charge and a shove, but it will also make him roll to see if he falls off.
I don't want to risk it.
I think that's the only fair way to do that without a dedicated... A dedicated mechanic or ability to do so. I mean, you could just Eldritch Blast and shove him off, right? Oh, wait, no.
How big is Darendil?
Technically medium, but on the bigger side of medium. In the same way that Dragonborn are medium, but they're fucking huge.
I don't know if there's any way I can go over there then.
So it's also worth noting that the webs start about 10 feet down. There is a bridge to essentially directly in front of the cave, which has a door at the end. That bridge, so this one, is a spider silk bridge. Whenever you've traveled on this is worth noting, whenever you've traveled across those bridges, and there's another one on the other side, the bridges made of spider silk are considered difficult terrain. This step area is actually carved into the cliffside and is just stone. You can see the distinction between the textures of the bridge and the staircase essentially going down.
Probably would have known all this stuff beforehand, but
You would have been
know
aware
what's
of it.
over here? Do we know what's over here?
Yep, so that one, let me just double check. Yeah, that is another kind of like a barracks guard tower area. There are definitely probably more drow inside. You got to remember there's 19 drow in this place. I think one of you did know that there was at least 3 like actively on guard.
Yeah, it was me. I told him.
Okay.
I assumed the 3 that came in were the 3 that are typically watching guard.
You would know that in the guard tower, so across that little bridge, there are definitely going to be drow in there. That also serves as like their barracks, their armory, like that kind of stuff. So if you were going to find equipment, it would be there. But you have...
I'm going to pivot and run across the bridge and wait to hold the door shut if I need to.
Okay.
So we don't get flanked by anything.
Perfect. Okay, so the drow are going to be up next. Now, the drow are equipped with short swords and crossbows. So the one that's immediately in front of Darendil is just going to swing at him. And he's going to essentially be busy parrying the claws. And then the 2 behind are going to fire into the immediate threat at this point. So
We might lose all of our NPCs.
so they are both going to hit. And he needs to make con saves. Oh, I take it back. Hang on. He doesn't have to make con saves. He's a beast. Absolute fucking beast. They must have just straight up knocked him out as opposed to poisoned him. Contrary to what it says in the notes. But yeah, he's going to take 2 arrows and he's just going to kind of snarl at these drow. Which is going to bring it to... Not them yet. Boars.
Huzzah. I will step out. See, and be like,
That was exactly my thought. Like, what the fuck did I do?
I'm gonna walk up. We still got the spore thing going on that I know of, at least. I'll be like,
I'm assuming you're still within an hour.
Yeah,
but you
right.
can only talk to people within 30 feet. But it does go around corners and... whatnot.
yeah. I am. He's been shot twice.
Yep, he's got 2 arrows sticking out of him.
Okay.
But doesn't seem to be affected by the poison.
And I'm gonna tell him in his head, be like, "Got a clear path. You got to move him forward. Push him back. Push him back." That's all I can do right now.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck. Well, she gotta toddle her little butt out. She can't do much. So she will try and... It's just mockery, this one, I think.
Now, do you need a spell focus to cast your spells?
Cantrip, I think, isn't it? Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Cantrip doesn't need focus.
Okay, cool. Yep, Vicious Mockery, go for it. A wisdom save. Okay. Yep, cool. Alright. We will save.
Okay, then.
Level 1! Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Valis.
Time to shine. Oh shoot, I was expecting more out here. Torchlight over here?
Nope.
Nothing over here? I can see some light, that's all.
Oh. Hmm. Think so. Maybe. Maybe there's something going on in the guardhouse. Yeah, we could say there's a light in the guard post.
So they would need it. Sort of hugging that square.
Yeah, that's fine. Space is awkward there, so yeah, don't worry too much.
Yeah, these squares are weird looking.
Yep. Imagine how fun it was trying to fit all of you in that small cage.
I don't understand why they haven't made a new map for this.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so I can't really see anything hostile apart from these, like, half a guard over there.
Mhm.
So, I'm going to grab, well, I'm going to use the manacle that I'm holding, and I'm going to cast a light on it.
Okay. You are gonna start.
Uses materials.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does!
And,
Never mind.
you're gonna
I
struggle.
won't do that because
Hardcore.
I don't think I have
Thank you for that,
Firefly
Seth.
in myself.
You do
You're
not.
right.
And nor do you
Okay,
have
well,
phosphorant moss.
Yeah, that's in my other pants.
Yep. Literally.
Okay, so question. So is the doorway over here? Now, is that sitting on earth or earth or stone?
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to do is that I'm going to move the earth from underneath the doorway and block it up with mold earth.
Okay. So you currently have Harlow like bracing and holding the door shut, so you would be able to move it so that the earth comes up either side of the door.
Yep.
Essentially holding
So
it in
I'm-
place.
So I'm
Assuming
gonna
it
hold
doesn't
in place.
require any material stuff either.
Right.
No, it's just a somatic.
Okay.
I double checking. How often, like seriously, like out of character, how often do you have to check for material components on cantrips?
This will be
Yep.
the first campaign I've had to.
Yeah,
If I have a
it's just like-
caster.
hold up a second.
Ha, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll mold earth. I'll bring up to like a pillar of earth, and sort of like hold the door shut.
Okay.
It's going to stay there. It's a now permanent feature, and give Harlow a thumbs up.
That'll work.
Yep. Okay. Back round we go to Derendil. Derendil, having been told we need
Can
to.
I actually help him push? Like my action, basically help him shove that fucker back.
Well, he is proficient in athletics. Are you?
As am
proficient?
I.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you will be able to help him in his role.
Push.
Oh,
Oh my
Nice.
god, the prince.
He don't need help from you.
It's my 7 charisma.
God damn.
Inspiring this individual to get a crit. That's what happened right there.
He's just gonna. I'm not even gonna roll a save for him with the crit. He's just like he literally picks this fucking drow up and just launches him off into the web. You hear him scream as he falls. Like he's gone beyond the web, and there is it takes a little bit. Like I can't remember how many seconds you'd cast, but however long it would be for somebody to fall 100 feet, that's how long it takes, and then there's a splash.
6 seconds.
Like a 6 Mississippi. If you remember, do you remember like OG Tomb Raider, where you fell down like really, really long passageways and she just screamed forever? Basically, that's what's going to happen. But he's going to launch it off, and he's going to move up.
Yeah.
But that's him. So Harlow, remember the bridge you're on is difficult terrain.
Oh no, Harlow.
So it'll take 2
Oh,
squares.
is it? Okay.
It's 2 squares of movement to get off the bridge.
So I can't. I don't think I can
20
quite
feet?
get to. So it's
Technically, yeah.
If you dash,
Creep
I guess.
there to make space.
so that's 5, 10, and then
The stairs where Boars
The-
is just
yeah.
regular terrain. So it's literally just the rope bridge.
no. So
yeah.
this is 15. No, wait. Math is hard in this
So,
instance. I'm
10
not used to
10 feet will get you. Well, it will be 15 feet to get you to essentially
15.
clean
Gotcha.
space.
Yeah, to there. 15, and then another 15. Oh, so I'll be moving closer, but not quite enough.
She can get through me, right?
Yeah, you can get to
Yeah.
the space in front of Boars, but that's about it.
I'm gonna use my dash action then to get next to, just so I can get next to.
Okay,
Here.
so you'll get up there. You'll see that the cave essentially widens into something of a. It looks like a den. Inside the den, you will see there is a singular Quaggoth resting in the matted straw and whatnot. The gate to this den is open, and the drow is stood in the gateway. So if you're dashing, you could make it round to the other side. But this Quaggoth is going to see that you're not a Quaggoth or a drow, and essentially get up and get ready to come at you.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay.
Close the
Yeah.
gate.
I'm not. I'm gonna stay next to Darendale for right now, though.
Right on the edge, cool.
Oh,
moving.
boy.
All right, it's going to be the drow's turn.
They're within 5 feet of me. That's all I really care about.
Okay. So the drow, having just seen one of their number thrown off the edge, that one. One is going to take a swing into Darendil, and now that you're next to them, the other's going to take a swing into you. So this is into Darendil, and he's going to block that.
Cool.
This one's going into you, of course. He gets a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And what?
And he will do 5 piercing damage. I'm going to quickly change it so that this doesn't whisper. We're probably just going to have to fix these as we go.
Yep. For a campaign this size with this many,
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
crazy.
Spending days fixing every
Mhm.
individual NPC.
And even then, you're still gonna run into ones that you just
You'll find
forgot.
ones, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so these are all fixed. So yeah, you'll take 5 damage, but that will be the drow turn. It is now the turn of the Quaggoth.
Oh,
Aren't you happy
shit.
that you've put yourself up there? Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. In fact, you've put yourself around the corner, so it's going to get up using half of its movement, but unfortunately, it can still reach you. It won't be able to position itself so it can get any advantage, but it is going to swing at you. So 19.
Yeah.
All right. Is there another
I'm down.
6? Okay, he's got a second
I'm at
attack.
0.
He's gonna swing again.
It'll still
So
hit.
he's gonna hit, and you're gonna take 1 failed death save. All right, Boars. You're gonna have a good view when you go around the corners.
I'm just gonna drop 5 healy hands on her and get her back up. Be like, fight! We need to fight.
Are you gonna stay there, or are you gonna move through your friend?
I guess I could move like over to here without
Yep.
doing. Technically walking over
Just-
her, but I want to give people room to get in if they want to get in. So, but yeah, I'm gonna also get in the way so maybe some shots can be taken, and
Okay.
also give advantage to Homeboy if he chooses to slice.
Mm.
But that's
Your
all.
guys are in like ideal position for me, provided I don't go down again. So.
All right, hell yeah. Yes. You will be doing it by squares.
Okay, I can't see much anyway, but I'm just gonna try and vicious mockery them again.
Okay. It's wisdom save again, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He gonna fail.
Nice.
This drought is so sensitive.
You only just string of
Disadvantage,
insults. Target can hear, and must succeed on wisdom save throw, and then have disadvantage on the next attack roll. Yup. Okay.
And I'm like gonna like shuffle here and like press up against the stone.
Okay.
Hoping not for dear love.
That's the drow she flirted with earlier. He's
I
all
know,
sorts of
right?
flustered.
Yeah,
he's
he
all
was such
flustered.
a dick. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Valis.
You didn't want to sleep with me anyway, because you've got it, Tiny. For some reason, Roll20 is struggling.
Yeah. It's because we're very close to the end of the session, and it's like, right, you're done.
Mhm.
You're done. We'll just basically use this as the last action and then start fresh next session on top of the turn order.
Okay. I can see these very lively looking drow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does this require? Just get the feeling. Should I save my spell slots for cure wounds, or should I just do it?
I'm fine.
Can you even use spells? Does Cure Wounds take anything?
No. No, it does not. Unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna firebolt that drow.
The one that hasn't been hit.
Yep.
Oh, a 7 unfortunately is going to miss.
It might hit. So use the favor of the gods.
Okay, 15's your number. Oh.
It would nowhere even close.
If you'd have rolled max, you would have just.
8.
But
Worth the shot.
Yeah. You know what?
You have
Can't roll
inspiration.
I mean, I think we're going to need it to get out of here, to be totally honest.
Plus the 5 is a 17.
does the 5? Can you do it again?
I can only do. Hold up. Fail with a attack roll. Once you use this feature, you can't use it
Short
again
or
once you
long,
finish a short.
That's unfortunate.
Well, technically it's the same roll, isn't it?
You know what? Considering you got a Quaggoth to deal with, I will let it fly this once.
Oh,
How nice.
thank you. Take 8 fire damage.
Yay.
This was into the healthy drow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He is bloodied.
Let's poke around the corner and going, play sand.
All right. Well, that will wrap up the combat for today because we are a touch over time. So, all that remains to say is thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. If you've yet to do so, please hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, it also helps us out greatly if you also subscribe. If you wish to help us out further, if you wish to support us further, then we do have a Patreon where you can get access to a whole bunch of supplemental materials that you can use in your own D&D campaigns. And that support does help us out a lot as well. As I said, that would be it for today. We will be back on Sunday for episode 8.
Is it 8 or 7?
7 or 8. The next
Oh,
episode of our hardcore Curse of Strahd campaign. So yeah, that's on Sunday. Until then, wow, I just completely fucked that up. So we will see you on Sunday. Until then, take it easy, and as always, if it's easy, take it twice. Well, my brain just went boop, boop, empty.
Just checked out.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.